everyone, welcome back to Pop Politica. I hope your day is going well. Now let's get down to business. You guys are aware of Marvin Sapp, who is a 13-season veteran and a Hall of Famer with the NFL. Most of his career was spent playing with Tampa Buccaneers. Now, there is a video, an arrest that took place in 2022 that is now going public. Now, I want us to take a look at this video. It appears that he was in Okeechobee, Florida, where there was an event going on. I'm not exactly sure what type of event was going on, but it looks like a man was being arrested. Not arrested, but they were being ticketed by an Okeechobee female officer. Now, Warren Sapp is watching everything in the background and starts to ask questions. Mind you, while he's asking questions, the ticket has been handed, everything has been given over, everything is all set. However, he chose to ask the officer, he's exercising his rights and saying, why are you putting double on the ticket? That's not lawful. You're lying on the ticket. Now, the officer starts off by saying, no, I did not do X, Y, and Z. Another male officer jumps in and tells Warren Sapp to mind his business. Now, Warren Sapp is like, I'm in the background here. I'm just asking questions. Now, let's look and see what takes place here. Mind you, this is after he was arrested, but let me see if I can rewind this video back just a little bit. And this video is from, I want to give credit to Accountability for All. This young man did a phenomenal job basically putting the video up and giving his opinion. So I want to give credit to Accountability for All with this video. We're mainly just going to go over the arrest part. So let's take a look right now.
Why are you arresting?
You know it's illegal for you to watch him do this.
Being arrested.
Yeah, I am. Right? This is force. This is force.
Watch him do it.
Absolutely. What am I being detained for?
Until I can get your name, that's what we're going to do. You're being detained.
Oh, also, there was a big crowd here, and the crowd is asking the police, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you putting him in handcuffs? And the officers were asking him who he was. None of them knew who he was. You will see a part in the video where there's an officer that's like, oh my gosh, that's Warren Sapp. And he starts laughing. Like they can't believe they're arresting Warren Sapp.
What am I being detained for? Hold on. You didn't explain it. What am I being detained for?
Okay, I was talking.
No, I'm asking. What am I being detained for? I can resist the unlawful arrest, but I'm not. Cause Supreme Court, I have handcuffs on me, and you haven't told me why am I being detained. Why am I being detained? I can stay right here. I'm not being detained. I'm being detained. I'm just standing here. Why would I get anybody in your car?
Because I'm surrounded by about 20, 30, 40 people. It's not a safe situation.
It's a safe situation. Ain't nobody doing anything. Nobody's doing anything. I'm right here, dog. All right. You haven't answered me. Why am I being detained?
Because you obstructed her investigation.
That's a physical act, right? Obstructing is a physical act. I'm talking to two other officers. I don't have to answer you. I don't have to answer you. I'm not giving.
As you guys can hear, the crowd start to get agitated and they start to chant, set him free.
I'm not getting in that car. Why am I getting in that car?
No, stop pushing it. Stop resisting. Get back. Get back.
That's all I want to know. Where's the supervisor?
Sit down.
Can I get a supervisor?
Sit down.
Can I get a supervisor?
Sit down.
That's you?
You have anything in your pockets?
I don't search. I don't consent to any searches.
Well, you are detained.
I am being detained for what? Where's the supervisor? Please.
Stand up.
Please. No, I'm good, right? You told me to sit.
up.
You told me to sit. I'm going to sit.
Stand up.
You told me to sit. I'm going to sit.
Stand up.
Can you get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Hey, Sanchez.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Get
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Brother, I don't consent to any searches.
You are detained.
For what?
Because you obstructed.
For what? For what?
Incident to arrest.
Who?
Incident to arrest.
What
We
is
can
that?
search you.
What is that? You said I'm being detained. I'm asking you, why am I being detained? Can
I
get a
already
supervisor?
told you why.
Why?
You
Because I
obstructed.
didn't give you my name?
You need to give
You
us
said
a name.
because I didn't. No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I have a right to
when
remain
I asked you
silent.
to leave
Sir,
and move
sir,
back,
sir,
you do not.
Sir, none of
Yes.
that was asked to me.
Please get in the car.
Can I get a supervisor? Can I get a supervisor? I need a supervisor because he told me I'm being detained because I didn't tell him my name.
Yes, that's obstruction.
That's
sir.
obstruction.
Obstruction is a physical
That is
act.
obstruction.
We need
So
to identify
Obstruction
you.
is a
stand up so
physical.
Well, just to be specific, Warren, obstruction is not just a physical act. It does mean also impeding on an investigation. However, in this situation, there was a huge crowd of people. So clearly, Warren is not the only one that needed to move back. The reason why the police are upset is because Warren was asking them questions about the ticket, about this man's ticket, which is lawful because the ticket had already been handed over. Everything had already been done with.
I can search you.
No, it is not.
Okay, well,
Yes, it is. Yes, it
talk
is.
about that. We'll talk about
Yes,
that.
it is.
Supervisor
Yes, it is.
jail.
Supervisor.
Once we get you to the jail, we'll talk about it.
Stand up. Stand up. I need
Supervisor,
to
please.
stand up.
Come in, supervisor,
All right,
please.
you're under
Come in,
arrest.
supervisor,
You are
please.
under arrest.
I'm in the car.
Stand up.
I'm already in
Stand
the car.
up. Stand up.
I'm already in the car, sir. Can I get a
Stand
supervisor?
up. I need to search
Can I
your
get a
pockets.
supervisor, please? Can I get a supervisor, please? Can I get a supervisor, please? He asked me to sit in the car, so I sat.
Hi, brother. What's going on, man?
I asked him, why am I being detained?
He wouldn't give me his name. That's obstruction. So
Well, he kept coming up to me, but
let me explain what's going on because you're the only supervisor right here. So this guy right here, we're conducting a traffic stop. He comes walking up.
Right now, I believe they're at a racetrack event. So it looks like a race was taking place down in Florida that they were attending. So that's what drew this big crowd, because allegedly this crowd knows who Warren Sapp is.
I'm thinking he's all taken back. I asked him for his name. He refuses to give it to me or leave. That's it. Obstruction. That's it.
y'all weren't playing. I couldn't fucking see y'all.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle. I know. I'm like, where the fuck are you at? Oh, this shit.
588. So that individual's going to be 1015.
Body cam is muted again. After reading the different arrest reports and supplemental affidavits, it appears this is the moment the deputies all started comparing notes to make sure they got their stories straight. Body cameras exist for two reasons: to keep officers and citizens safe, and to promote accountability and transparency. But just how transparent can you be, and how accountable can you be kept when you're colluding with other officers, deputies, and now supervisors to manufacture an incident, get your story straight, all the while keeping it from the very public you swear to protect and serve?
Now, I 100% agree with that, because they did get up, they did kind of crowd in a huddle, basically asking each other questions, looking like they're all trying to be on one accord and get their story straight. One officer was saying that he's arrested because he wouldn't move back. Another officer was saying he was arrested because he wouldn't give his name, and that's obstruction. So which one is it?
Switch to a body camera that wasn't muted to see exactly what they were saying.
I asked him for his name because he's arguing with me already. What's he driving? I don't know.
He came with the guy in the white hat, I believe, right there. But I was issuing this guy a citation, and he wanted to argue because I said,
Obstruction, definitely.
Get it gone.
okay.
So, yeah.
And this man that we're looking at right now, this bald man, this is the supervisor. And this man refused to talk to Warren Sapp, which is the main reason why Warren chose to file a $20 million lawsuit. This man right on our screen right now is the supervisor, and he didn't speak to Warren until they got to the jail. And still at the jail, Warren had to request him. Now, Warren asked him at the jail, when I asked to speak to you, you ignored your own officer. You just walked away from her. So that prompted Warren to ask this man to speak to his supervisor.
right, I'll get it.
That's what we got, obstruction.
Okay, I'll take it.
Anybody else going to jail?
No.
Nope.
All right, just get the people that's going to jail.
All right, I'm gonna take him.
All right, I'll follow you.
All right. So I got his camera.
Appreciate it, guys.
How can the private sector better engage with underrepresented communities, creating pipelines to employment?
Okeechobee County Sheriff's Department policy, protocol, and procedures clearly state that if a citizen requests a supervisor and one is available, a supervisor must speak to the citizen. Now, because Deputy Stalante, in an effort to subvert justice, maintain secrecy and cover up his crimes, muted his body camera, but we were able to catch the tail end of the conversation as Deputy Canarix was still rolling, and the person authorizing the arrests was in fact the supervisor. Mr. Sapp is about to request to speak to him, and although the supervisor is only 10 feet away, he will violate department policy, protocols, and procedures and refuse to speak to Mr. Sapp. But really, what is there left to say? The law had been violated, crimes have been committed, and the only person that didn't do either is sitting handcuffed in the back of a patrol vehicle.
Excuse me.
And this is 100% what I just said. And this is why this was a great video, because he did request to speak to a supervisor, that man I just showed you. And let's see if I can forward to where he asked to speak. Let's see here.
But he wants to speak to you unless you want me to just take him. Sarge. No? Cool, you're just gonna... Sarge. Or whoever. He wants to speak to one...
Right here, the officer is telling her crew he wants to speak to a supervisor, a sergeant, and you're going to watch the sergeant just ignore her and walk away.
A supervisor. Do you want to speak to him or not?
Have to be, yeah, you're supervisor.
Okay. Sarge.
You guys got whatever guy?
Well, I know, but he wants to speak to you unless you want me to just take him. Sarge. No? Cool, you're just going to walk away and ignore.
Sergeant just walked away.
It's okay. Let's just
Take him?
Take him. I'll follow you.
If he wants to speak to him in the jail.
He can talk to someone in the jail.
Alright. I was instructed to take you.
Hold on, man.
I'm instructed to take
Hold
you.
on. Y'all not gonna let me speak to the supervisor?
I am instructed to
You're
take
not gonna let
you.
me speak to the supervisor.
696.
Now, you're not gonna let me speak to the supervisor.
I've just tried.
He's not.
Okay, I was told.
He said what?
I was told to take
He said
you.
what?
I
No.
was told to take
He
you.
said what?
You already
What
spoke to
is
that
my
guy.
charge?
Okay.
What is my charge? What is my charge? Please.
696 SO 11015 male. 51 to the jail. Getting mileage.
Oh my goodness. I love
Getting
this.
mileage. 6926.
I love this. I always wondered how did y'all do this?
All right,
And
well.
I just watched it go down. Oh my goodness. Deprivations of rights. Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Here, he finally gets the supervisor. He finally speaks to the supervisor, and this is how the conversation goes, you guys.
You ready to count off?
Yes, sir. It's being recorded.
Oh, I was just making sure.
My name is Sergeant Ellis. I'm the road patrol supervisor. You wanted to speak to the supervisor?
I was wondering, you was outside the gas station when they drove away, right?
Yes.
How come we didn't have a conversation yet?
Because you were already in the back of a patrol car and we needed to get you out of there as quick as possible.
And that's what we came up with?
That's what happened.
Okay.
Whenever there's a situation like that, we try to clear the area as quick as possible.
Because?
Because there's a large group of people there and it could turn dangerous
It was peaceful. We were peacefully assembled.
at that point.
Well, your officer had been there for 15 minutes writing a ticket.
Well, the officer was screaming for backup too, so we went.
I got that part, so now, with my situation.
You asked to speak to a supervisor, so I'm here. What
So
would you,
I'm asking,
what would
so
you
now-
like to know?
What am I here for?
You're being arrested for obstruction.
That's a physical act, right?
No. It's impeding an investigation. It could be physical, it could be refusing to leave, it could be continue to interject yourself into an investigation that's being done on a separate situation.
Wasn't an investigation, it was a ticket being written, right?
It was a traffic investigation.
So after you hand the person the ticket, the traffic stop is effectively over?
Well, the deputy was still talking.
No, I was asking, after you hand the ticket to the man, the effective is effectively over? The stop is over?
It depends.
I'm asking.
If the ticket is being explained to the individual who has the physical ticket in his hands, then no, it's not good.
So the explaining would be coming over the top of the hill at 45 and it drops to 35, whatever else. Ticket's in his hand, he's folding it up, the stop isn't over?
Whatever the explanation is.
No, I'm just asking.
I'm telling you.
Why he's folding it up is the stop.
Mr. Sapp, I'm not going to argue with you.
Oh, no,
You'll
definitely not gonna argue with you. I'm just
you'll have
asking.
your day in court. I understand that. So.
Oh, no, because I just had my rights violated. Your officer said to me, do you want to go to jail? First thing he said out of his mouth to me. I said, excuse me? What's your...
That is correct. That is the first thing that guy said to him was, do you want to go to jail? Which I will show you guys, when you say that to someone instinct, it's almost like Warren Sapp says when that officer told him, do you want to go to jail? That's like saying, shut your mouth, boy. Almost like a shut up and dribble type of thing. Remember that shut up and dribble situation with that female reporter anchor that said that and was later fired? Yeah, he said when you tell someone, do you want to go to jail? That's like telling them, shut up and mind your business. Boy.
name? So I laughed. Because I do have a right to remain silent, right? I have the right, Fourth and Fifth Amendment, right?
Yes, you absolutely have a right to remain silent. But you don't have the right to interject yourself into an investigation.
Interject myself?
Yeah, were you in the vehicle that had been stopped?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So what purpose were you?
He doesn't even know what happened. He just asked Warren, were you in the vehicle that was stopped? You don't even know the situation. You didn't talk to your fellow officers. You're supposed to be the sergeant. You're supposed to know what's going on. So you don't even know what happened. Warren was in no vehicle. He was a bystander and decided to ask a question after the ticket was given. That is not illegal.
You in the traffic stop?
I wasn't in the traffic stop. The traffic stop was over.
The traffic stop was still being conducted.
The traffic stop was over. She had then handed him the ticket. The lady that was doing the stop was here. Eagle Man was here. There was another officer here. I was here. I said to the other officer that didn't arrest me, I said, how fast was he going? He said, I don't know. It's not my stop. I said, you know what? It's right. So I walked over and looked at the ticket because the lady said that he was doing double the speed limit. And I was like, that's pretty fast. I don't think he was going that fast just then. And he wasn't going double. So I just asked her, I was like, we just want you to be factual, man. You have the speed right there. There's no reason to say the man was going double when he wasn't. And that's when I got his attention. You shut up. I don't have my First Amendment right is free speech and doesn't work in Okeechobee?
Yes, you have the right for freedom of speech. Once the ticket was explained to them and he leaves, that's when the traffic stop's over.
He wasn't in the traffic stop.
The guy that had the ticket in his hands.
No, the officer with me. He
was back up to the officer that was there conducting the traffic stop.
The traffic stop was over.
Okay. But I'm not going to argue semantics.
No, it ain't no semantics. I mean, his body cam was on and everything, right?
Correct.
That's all I need. All the officers that was there, body cam and all that good stuff. And
yeah, it'll all be in there. And
the 1983 deprivation of rights, my first, my fourth, and my fifth.
Yes, sir. And you're more than willing.
And I really don't know how me and you couldn't have had this conversation with all those officers. You had the SWAT sergeant there too.
The SWAT sergeant? Mm-hmm. No.
Yes. That's who patted me down. Yeah, SWAT. 3 badges on his arm. 3 straps on his arm. Sergeant, he said, you have to speak to one of theirs because I'm not. I said.
Oh, that was a city sergeant. That wasn't.
That's what I said. It's another sergeant.
That wasn't SWAT.
He had SWAT on it. He had SWAT on this thing.
No. He might have been a member of a SWAT team. I don't know. But he wasn't the Okeechobee County Sheriff's
So
Office.
you are backing up what your officer did today?
I have yet to view the video of it. So.
I just told you what happened.
Okay. There's two sides to every story, sir.
No, been the camera. Been the camera.
And there was a bunch of cameras out there.
Because when I got ready to start recording with my body cam, they snatched that.
Okay.
That'd be a bang violation, wouldn't it? Prior restraint, stop me from recording. Because there was no reason to put me in handcuffs. I hadn't done anything.
Well, I wasn't there at that time, so I don't know how you ended up.
No, I'm just standing there. I mean,
I don't know. All I know is
I watched the other two officers sitting there so peacefully and calm and say, really? You just gonna allow this to happen? I haven't done anything.
okay.
He asked me my name, and I don't have to tell him my name.
Sir, if you feel like your rights have been violated,
Oh, no, it's going down. Don't worry about it. I heard you.
you
I
can-
heard you. You didn't want to speak to me at the scene. Let him drive off without it. I go, we go.
listen, you can fill out a citizen complaint on the deputy if you choose to, and there'll be an internal investigation done on it.
Oh, yeah, you want to investigate yourself and find nothing wrong, just like you're doing right here in front of me now. It's fine. It's cool. We're going to see what the federal court got to say about it.
Okay. You have that right.
Oh, absolutely I do. Absolutely.
Any other questions I can ask or answer for you?
I'm glad you finally got around to having a conversation with somebody that was just unlawfully arrested.
Homie said, I'm glad you finally got around to having a conversation with somebody.
That's the... And the cop got back out and started yelling at you to come back, and you still didn't come.
What is? I say that again.
The lady officer got back out and started yelling, Alice.
Lady officer.
Yeah, the one that drove me here. That's who wrote the ticket. There's a lady officer. You don't even know that?
Yeah, I know who wrote you the ticket, but I didn't hear anything.
Right, me the ticket? I didn't get a
I'm sorry.
ticket written.
I know the person.
I wasn't riding in the car,
I know
and they identified the passenger.
I know the person who wrote the ticket, but I don't know who was hollering for me to come talk to him.
The person that drove me here.
Yeah,
He didn't even look at it.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't even look at it.
There were so many people out there
You didn't
going
even
on.
look at him.
There were so many people going on.
You didn't even look at it.
No, I didn't.
Classic.
Anything else you need to know?
Oh no, I'm good. You got your business card?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. It shouldn't be much longer, by the way.
I shouldn't even admit that, Mr. Ellis, but I see Okeechobee needs a refresher course in the Constitution, and I'll bring it to you.
Okay.
I promise you I will.
All right.
I promise you.
You can put him back.
Is there a supervisor, Ellis?
What's that?
Is there a supervisor?
My supervisor?
The lieutenant? Ellis?
Yeah, Lieutenant Lowe.
Is he around?
Yeah, he's working.
Could you give him a call? Give him a call for me, please?
Would you like to speak to him?
Yes, I would.
Okay. I'll let him know.
Sure would like to see you while I'm sitting here in the place. What's up, bro? Hey, bro. I'm good. Where you going?
In his arrest.
So this man, the supervisor that was supposed to speak to Warren, that refused to ask for his supervisor, and that man kindly and agreed to speak to Warren Sapp. Now, this is a video that Warren did afterwards. This is courtesy of the Pregame Network, and he basically tells him about the situation.
To me, I know the law, so I'm like, okay, what's your name and badge number, sis? You over here barking out unlawful, I'm obstructing and I'm standing here. And last time I checked, when you hand somebody the ticket, your official duties is over.
It's a wrap.
A warning, a ticket, whatever it is over. I walked over and looked at the ticket. Buddy was finna put it in his pocket. I wanted to see what the miles per hour was, because she was sitting there talking about, I'm trying to teach you something. As you heard,
Yeah.
trying to teach you something. How you teaching somebody something and you got the miles per hour wrong?
And you got the definition of obstruction wrong. You never got in their way.
Come on, man. I explained it to him. Obstruction is a physical thing, a physical act. What am I doing that's obstructing right now? And there was people closer to me than they were.
You can see that in the video.
How am I the one obstructing? Oh, that's right. I'm talking. I'm running my mouth. That's freedom of speech.
You're
You
showing how
do.
smart you are.
It wasn't. You know what? It wasn't so much the smartness. It was just I know my rights. I'm just
No,
sitting here
I'm talking
talking.
about from their perspective. They like
Oh no, no, no,
there's
no.
people
Yeah,
out
that
there who don't
totally.
want to be
Oh no,
outsmarted, man.
this was a black man in Okeechobee. He can't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
That's what this
Now we're on
was.
the same page.
This what this was. Oh, he
Yeah.
said the universal Negro shut your mouth words to you. You want to go to jail today? And you know when we were kids, what? You know, don't say
Yeah.
nothing, boy.
That meant be quiet, boy.
Yeah, boy, that mean be quiet, boy. And I hadn't heard that for 50 years. I was not gonna hear that day. Are you serious? That's what I said to him. Are you serious? Are you serious? I'm dead ass serious. See what you mean? You know, I gotta break the law to go to jail now. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not one of them, buddy. I have no qualms with the jail. The jail ain't got nothing I like in there. Nothing.
Yeah, but it's that shut up and dribble mentality. Certain people
Worse
ain't
than that.
supposed to be able to speak on
Worse
certain
than that.
things.
Worse than that. It's that shut your mouth, boy. Who you talking to? I got a badge and a gun.
Yeah.
Huh? First and foremost, you are here to protect and serve. And that would be protect and serve we the people. And what is your qualms with me correcting the young lady on the miles per hour? He's not going double. What you want to say to him and threaten him with was you were going 2 miles per hour for me making a judgment on a traffic misdemeanor, not a traffic violation. And you and me both know you could be arrested for a misdemeanor.
Absolutely.
So that's what she wanted to say, but for some reason, neither one of them could get it out of their mouth as they both was trying to explain the ticket. Or just cop explain as I talk about it, because you hadn't gave him the ticket. It was over.
Yeah.
And this was over 30 minutes. That's what brought me back on. I'm like, what the hell? 30 minutes? What they doing? Let the man go. The man was begging her. I have a perfect driving record. I've never speed. You know, this lady didn't want to hear nothing but it was talking about ID'd the passenger unlawfully.
Yeah.
Just rambunctious.
Hard to give a driving violation to somebody who wasn't driving.
And then you cannot ID the passenger unless you had a reasonable articulable suspicion that they in commission of a crime, about to commit a crime, or just got finished committing the crime. You have no right to ID the passenger. And they know this, but they still unlawfully do it because they want to see if you got a warrant. And then they taking you to jail now.
Well, Sapp, what do you say to those who will say to you, hey, why don't you just mind your business? Like they ain't had nothing to do with you.
That is a great question. That is the $1 million question. Now, there are quite a few people saying, well, this situation had nothing to do with him in the first place. So why did he bother interjecting himself? This is the answer that he gave.
The matters of public interest is always our business because the last time I checked, who pays their salary? We the people. And I thought it was a little excessive that they were still sitting there 30 minutes later. One thing she had to do was say, my computer's not working, sir. I'm going to give you a warning today. You get to keep your perfect driving record. How great would that video have been for the officer? Shows some professionalism, courtesy, and your equipment wasn't working that we the people pay for.
Yeah.
But instead of that, you want to insist on getting this man a ticket. The other officer had done driven off after you told him you needed his assistance. He done drove off. She got to call him back. So he drives back to it. And then instead of her just saying, you know what, man, since you drove off, you know what, I'm going to let the guy go. No. Why would we do that?
Now, I think that was a great answer. You know, if it's something done in public, it, involves the citizens, the public. We do pay the taxes. We do pay for this equipment that officers use. Now, you guys let me know what you guys think about this story. There is now a $20 million lawsuit that is being issued by Warren and his attorney. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know what you think about this story. Remember, guys, we are new here. Please remember, if you could please be so kind to hit that like button for me and hit that subscribe button for me, guys. Let me know what you think about this situation that has come to light and is now public, and this lawsuit that was issued to the Chocahobee police in Florida, their police department, I should say. I will catch you guys on the next video. Please remember to like, please remember to subscribe, and I will see you later.